Make some fucking noise. Hi Tonight Show. Versteegh! Woo!
Great. I've never been around this much weed, so this is going to be interesting. I put on makeup for this. And because I want to get married. I'm just trying to find that perfect blend. You're fuckable and you can trust me at a PTA meeting, right? Which is weird. I was married, and I didn't like that. But the idea of doing it again is like, how do you follow up the success, right? Oh shit, I wasn't gonna do it. Rape. Rape. It's never a good subject, but whenever I get in front of people, I feel like, I don't know, I have to say it. Anybody who feels uncomfortable, I say just relax. It'll hurt less. Right? You've heard that, right? Just lay back and relax, it will hurt less.
I've never heard that.
Really? Oh yeah, if somebody forces sex with you, just lay back, relax, and close your eyes and imagine it's something you want to do. You know, I've been doing a little survey, a little rape survey, and I've discovered that men with smaller dicks are rapier than men with big dicks.
Hey.
Oh, you guys are taking this seriously. I like it. So I appreciate that. You know, a man with a big dick, he looks at you and he goes, "Hey, do you want this?" And I have to go, "Yes, I do." But a man with a little dick, he's talking to you about the patriarchy, right? And he's like talking to you about women's liberation. Before you know it, you feel something, and you're like, even though it's small, I can feel you. Like, he's like, just a little bit, and it's like, it's never gonna be more than a little bit. Super sad. It is super sad, and it's even more sad when it's big dick energy and small dicks. That's betrayal, if I've ever seen it. You know, I like to test it when I meet a guy, just how rapey he is. So at some point during lovemaking, I just lay back like a dead fish and stare at the ceiling. And some men, they're like, "Hey, what's wrong?" That's a good dude. And some men, they just like keep going, and they're like, "Whatever that is, I'll just deal with that later." That's a guy with a couple of rape traits. Which is not as good. I just got back from Bali recently. That's a place where you have to believe in reincarnation if you want to drive. Like I was gonna get on a scooter with this Balinese guy, and I go like, "Hey, do I need a helmet?" And he's like, "No, we have God." And I'm like, "Can we lower the stakes and just pray for a helmet?" Or you know, I know I get, you know, my sex life, I get asked about that a lot. I don't know why. And right now, it's every 6 months I sleep with a stranger and go like, "This is overrated." And I know I need to relax around men. People tell me that all the time. But it's super difficult. It's a lot of men close to me right now. It's like so much easier around hyenas, male hyenas. They only have consensual sex. Or roosters. They only rape. You see a rooster, you run. But the human male, then you stand there and you go like, "Oh, now it's up to the free will." And you're like, what's gonna decide this? My makeup, or is it my cleavage? And at some point you're like, would it be a compliment? No, right? I mean, that's not okay to say. It's not a compliment to be raped. But if there was a lineup of women, and I was the only woman in that entire lineup of a lot of women that wasn't raped, by this man, I would wonder. For the rest of my life, I would wonder. I know. It was too far. You should have really. It's like so wrong. I know that. I know. I should have. I thought. Yeah, I should have gotten softer. I should have been less harsh, you know? Like people say kids make you softer. I say my abortion made me softer. You know, like saving a kid from being raised by me has made me feel like a real charity worker. Right? Yeah, you agree. That's good. People say don't text and drive. Who the fuck texts and drives anymore? I'm always emailing and looking at Instagram. I drive like I believe in reincarnation. I believe in reincarnation. I don't care. It's almost true. I would care. I would care. I definitely would care. You know, I was thinking, do you know these people who say, oh, I love animals? I have a problem with those people. Because they want some kind of feeling that I should feel that they're very compassionate people for loving animals. Pets are the easiest thing to love. It's something that requires you to survive. It follows you around. Do you know what requires much more compassion to love? Is men who leave their kids in a different state. And when it comes to that, I am motherfucking Teresa. Okay, if you're a girl and you don't know where your father is, ask me. I'm sure I know. He's at some point been in my bed. That's it's not good. But I've stopped. I have stopped this charity work altogether. And some of the men, they're coming back to me now. They're like, Ree, you don't love me anymore? I'm like, sure I do. But it's so much easier when I don't see or hear you. I want to give another animal fact. In those species in which the female side of the animal makes a noise during orgasm, they do that in order to attract more males. I always try not to think of that when a man makes me come, but every time I'm like, where are the neighbors? Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think I'm done. Are you? Yeah, I think so. I mean, do we want more?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, darn.
Ladies and gentlemen, Versteegh!